So let's see what are the steps we need to follow to create our dashboards. The first step is to define what you want to achieve. It is very important to define your goal first, because the next steps will have to be aligned with your goal. Also make sure to define what all you will need to get there. It can be things like where will you get the data from, where will you get more information if you need, any kind of business understanding you need, etc. The second step is data understanding. This is where you start seeing your data and try understanding various aspects of it, like size of the data, what data is available in each column. We call them as variables also. And it can also include understanding the data types of each variables and see if it is numeric, whether it's a text or a data, etc. Once you understand the data, you'll be ready for the third step, data cleaning. This is where, based on your objective and understanding of the data, you'll remove information you don't need. Or you'll fix any issues with the data formatting which could create problems for you in the next steps. Any removal of data rows or columns happens in this step. Once your data is cleaned, you know that now the data doesn't contain any unnecessary information that you don't need. The fourth step. Preparing includes any new columns you want to add in your data based on your objective. For example, if you need sales price in your data, but it only contains cost price and profit information currently, you'll have to add this column with a calculation to have this information added for you. After preparing the data, you now have all the information available in your data which you need. But not in all the cases I would suggest presenting the entire data. Step 5 is where you need to make sure that you use relevant Excel functions and calculate the information which you need. For example, if you need to present the average sales in each year, you will have to calculate that separately for yourself. All the aggregate functions and pivots can be used in this step. In the previous step, you would have finished calculating the information you need. This calculation can be now presented with the help of charts and graphs in this step. This is the final and the most important step for you to convey your findings in the most appropriate manner. Charts and dashboards are built in this step. To summarize, let me tell you again that these steps are very important to be followed, because if you miss any of these steps, the consecutive steps will become troublesome and may lead you to a more struggling experience. So do remember these steps for a structured learning ahead. Define your goals first. Then make sure you understand every aspect of the data you have. Clean your data by removing any unnecessary information. Then prepare your data by adding any extra columns that you will need. Then you can summarize your data by calculating the information you need. And then you're all set for the sixth step, that is to present your data accurately.